Yeah, I know, I'm late. I said in the last video I'd hope I'd get this out the week after, and I'm late. Sorry, but a lot of stuff's been going on, and I'm lazy as well, but now it's out. I also said I'd watch it again, but I never actually got around to it. So yeah, sorry, but honestly, I don't feel like having this video be delayed any longer than it has to be, and I figured it'd be better than going silent for another 2 months. So I saw The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, and it was decent. Conjuring The Devil Made Me Do It is somewhat about The Devil Made Me Do It case where Arnie Johnson killed his landlord and claimed it was because of demonic possession, but it's mostly about Ed and Lorraine Warren looking for totems. Now, before I saw this movie, I did not have the highest of expectations because most of these movies are not good, and another reason I wasn't looking very forward to it was because it was directed by Michael Chavez, who directed The Curse of La Llorona, and I think I've made myself clear before on how I feel about that film. But I'm happy to say that this film is way better than that one. While not great, this movie is made more entertaining by Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga as Ed and Lorraine Warren, and I love how they're front and center again instead of just cameos. For a movie based off of a true court case, the movie never really focuses on it that much, and it's mostly about Ed and Lorraine Warren searching for the source of this totem that's put a curse on this family. And about this court case, they tried to prove that Arnie was innocent because of his demonic possession. How'd that go? And can we just stop with this whole based on a true story gimmick? Does anyone actually believe this anymore? I do like the first scene where Ed and Lorraine Warren are performing an exorcism on this kid, and Arnie then tells the demon to possess him instead, which sets off the plot of the movie. I do like that scene, but watching a possessed 8-year-old attack Patrick Wilson is funnier than it was probably meant to be. And one thing I want to bring up is that this exorcism is in the very beginning, and because of that, you don't really get to spend time with his family and get to know them like you did in the first 2 Conjuring movies. I can't think of much else to say, but overall it's definitely the weakest of the trilogy, but it's certainly better than most of the other movies, and I'm giving this one a 7 out of 10. And then I saw the F. Parks Brothers, and it was good. The Sparks Brothers is a documentary about the band Sparks and their whole 50-plus year history. Now, when I first heard this movie, I didn't really know anything about Sparks, and I was mostly interested in seeing this just because it was directed by Edgar Wright, and I love his movies. And when the trailer came out, I decided to check out some of their music, and at first I wasn't really sure if their music was for me, and now I'm obsessed. This movie is a first for me in 2 ways. One being that this is the first time I'm reviewing a documentary, and this is also the first time I've had to go out of my way to see a movie, because the only theater showing this near me was 50 miles from where I live, which is somewhere in this area. However, I can say that the drive was worth it because I did enjoy this film quite a bit. Definitely not my favorite Edgar Wright movie, but it is definitely a must-see if you are a Sparks fan. You get to learn pretty much everything there is to know about Sparks and their history via interviews, archive footage, and animation over its almost 2.5-hour long runtime, and it really doesn't feel that long. I know this is short, but this was a very entertaining and informative documentary. And if you are a Sparks fan, you should definitely check it out, and I believe it is on demand right now. And I'm giving this one an 8 out of 10. It's closer to a 9 than a 7. And the next video will be either the Black Widow review or the updated Conjuring ranking, so stay tuned for those.